Hello to the wonderful audience out there. This primetime exclusive all access interview is brought to you by your sponsors. Today I have with me the world-renowned professor and motivational speaker, the Honorable Dr. Clyde E. Duncan Jr. Questions just want to pick your brain from and just get to know who you are, what you represent, and how you do what you do and how you do it well, if you don't mind. Okay, my first question.
Well, Texas Southern University School of Communication, our distinguished dean is Dr. James W. Ward. Very profound as far as helping the students to go to bigger and greater things in life when it comes to the school, as far as in the communication field in particular. Now, my particular forte is speech communication, but we have radio, television, film, the entertainment, journalism. There's a lot that goes into and encompasses the School of Communication. So we're a very dynamic program, have a lot to offer to our students, not just here at Texas Southern University, but beyond. And we try to branch out and help those as far as coming in who are interested in the School of Communication. There's several who are minors, and they kind of piggyback when it comes to their majors. So School of Communication, great opportunity to do well within our department.
Okay, thank you. All right, next question. How long have you been teaching here at Texas Southern University? Pretty simple to answer.
Well, I'm with you on that. I started in 2001 part-time, but I became full-time in 2006. And so my official title is a visiting assistant professor, and so in the field of speech communications in particular.
Okay.
And so I've been full-time since 2006.
Okay, that's wonderful. What ultimately made you choose Texas Southern as the institution you wanted to teach and lecture students?
Well, actually, it kind of found me, the teaching field, if you will. I went to Arizona State and the University of Houston. That's where I competed in track and field.
Okay.
But I got my education here at Texas Southern University. 4 degrees here, 6 altogether. And I didn't say that because I'm all deep and all that, but I just learned how to work the system, didn't let the system work me. And Dr. Ward actually is the one who inspired me to come along and to get my master's in speech communication, and as well as going on and getting my PhD. So that's really the reason I'm here.
So he reached out to you?
He reached out to me and told me that it's a great opportunity to teach and to help.
Yes, and I'm glad he did. I would have not known you.
Appreciate that.
Okay, next question. Why is it that you know how to gravitate towards most of your students, peers, and the rest of the world?
Well, I haven't forgotten what it feels like to be on the other side. And so I want to act as an encourager in the classroom, as well as to those around me. And I want to be nourishing when it comes to my helping my fellow man, if you will.
Yes.
So again, I don't want to be a noxious individual. I don't want to find fault and criticize, but what I want to do is uplift. Because I'm noticing that my students, we're all going through something. And you just never know what people are going through. So if I can help someone and lift them up, that's what I'm all about.
Okay. When a student walks into your classroom to learn from your knowledge, what can they expect from you?
Well, I try to give them what I have been given. Try to give back, if you will. So there's several who are still here who are my instructors, including our dean, Dr. James W. Ward, who truly helped me. So what I want to do is life experiences, if you will, not just textbook learning, what they call denotative, but actually I want to be more connotative, if you will, because for some there's a personalized feeling when it comes to communication, because we want to be effective in our communication no matter what field of study that you're in.
Right. Where did you obtain the gift of public speaking well towards the crowd?
That's something that I guess it kind of came to me, mimicking my grandfather, who was a pastor and things of that nature. One of those things, but people find it profound because my father actually has a speech impediment. He's a stutterer, as the head men's track coach here at Texas Southern University. But I watched him overcome that, and so awesome. It's just one of those things where I just learned to use what I have effectively.
Okay. Just to name a few from the top of your brain, what events have you been chosen to speak for? Any occasion is fine.
Well, there's several, as you see. There's some plaques on the wall, if you will, that I was able to be a part of and to facilitate. But the Project Grad was something that was instrumental. Just last week, a speaking engagement there where I was talking to the students about overcoming and being uplifted when it comes to their education. Also, the Urban League also asked me to come out to present. So there's several things that I do throughout the year besides just those type of, if you will, standard speaking engagements. But what I've also learned on the weekends, as you know, I'm a public address announcer, so
there you go, sports,
some positive things, yes.
Yeah.
Using my gift, you know, to help me out a little bit, so it's truly been a blessing.
Our events, we love our events. Okay, and last but not least, kind of like the bonus icing in the cake question. Who is C. Diddy and how did he become?
Well, that's a persona I have with my students when we have our final assignment, if you will.
Yes.
It's more persuasive, if you will, presentation that I put a twist on, if you will. So it acts as more as an interview, if you will, more interpersonal, dyadic when it comes to it. And I like to look my students in the eye, and they dress up for me. I put on my suit, and on that particular day, I become Dr. C. Diddy, or C. Diddy Incorporated. So anything that they can think of as far as an occupation, a career path, I have within my company, and they interview. And so it's a great opportunity to see how students respond in that kind of environment. No one else is in the room but themselves, myself and the student, and we kind of talk. But again, it lets me know and lets them know that I'm really wishing them well, and I want to know really truthfully when I look into their eyes, you know, how they're doing.
Yes. Well, that is all. I would like to thank you, Professor Duncan, aka C. Diddy,
well,
for taking the time out to let me conduct this interview. Thank my cameraman, Alvin Benson, and just thank you again, and we'll have another one eventually down the road.
Well, thank you, Dr. Jackson. I appreciate it.
And thank you to our viewers and listeners. Goodbye.